Hello, welcome back. I have Selena with me again, and you can see we have more fruit in front of us, and we are so excited to learn more and share more about fruit to you. Now, last time we were looking at fruit classification based on the parts of the fruit, the epicarp, mesocarp, endocarp. Today we're looking at classification or the kinds of fruit based on the flowers that they come from. Now, that is an interesting thing because if you haven't seen a plant go through its life cycle of growing and sprouting and having its flower and the parts of the flower before it develops the fruit, it might be hard for you to imagine this. So I'm going to insert some pictures of what the flowers of these look like so that you understand what I mean. The first one I want to talk about, you can see I've got tomatoes, blackberries, and a pineapple. The pineapple looks really funny because it's giant. This is a big one. And it has a crooked neck, but
it's fine.
Everything's fine. We're gonna set it right over there because it's huge, and we're gonna set these out of our way because we're gonna talk about the tomato first. Now, tomatoes are likely something that you've grown at home or you've seen grown at school, and tomato blossoms when they grow, actually, hang on a second. I can go get a tomato blossom right this second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I got so excited. All of a sudden, I'm like, I have tomatoes blooming in the garden right now. And then not only did I go get a bloom, I found the most amazing example. And I said, I have never been so excited to teach botany from home as I am in this moment right now. I went out and got a little sprig of tomatoes off of our tomato. These are cherry tomatoes because it had a blossom on it. And then I noticed not only did it have a blossom on it, it had an almost open blossom and two more and fruit. So we're gonna start by this. This, and will it focus? There, that is an open blossom. You can see it. See, it has its corolla. It has 5 petals in its corolla, and it has the center piece right here. Let's see if I can show you up here. Ooh, that's better. So you can see the corolla around the outside edge right here, this edge. And then this in the middle is the pistil. And we know that the pistil is the female part of the plant, and that is where it gets fertilized. And so that's the pistil. This one here has already opened and is now closing. It's been fertilized. And these ones here have been fertilized, and the fruit is already growing. There's itty bitty baby tomatoes in there, and they get bigger and bigger as we go back because the tomato fruit flowers from this end, and then it continues to grow and flower till it gets to the end. So Selena is going to go get a ripened one of these, I imagine. So this is when you can see the tomato, and the tomato comes from a flower that has one pistil, and that one pistil, one fruit with one pistil makes, here's one, we can put this one back here, this is where it would have grown. This one flower with one pistil is called a simple fruit. One blossom will make one fruit. Each of these was one blossom and made one fruit. One fruit. Many seeds within that fruit, but one fruit. So this is called a simple fruit.
Tomatoes are simple.
Oh, my pen jumped. Okay. That's why pencil is so much easier. But I have to write in pen for you to see. Simple, like easy or basic. Simple. Simple. One flower, one pistil, one fruit. Okay, so sorry, I was so excited. That was like, in a day of exciting moments, that was like the cloud, like it just blew it away. That was the cherry on top. Was the cherry tomato on top.
Is it even more exciting than
this? It was. Okay, so that was a simple fruit. Now, that's not the only way fruits can be formed. This one, I don't have an example in the garden, although we do have blackberries growing out there, just none are blossoming at this moment in time. So sometimes the fruit comes from a single flower, but sometimes flowers, maybe if you've done some flower dissection, you'll know that some flowers have more than one pistil per flower. And so when one flower blossom has many pistils, each of those pistils gets fertilized and it grows what's called an aggregate fruit. So this is an aggregate. This blackberry Each of those berries had its own pistil within the flower and has grown its own fruit with its own seed. So a blackberry or a raspberry, any sort of brambleberry, anything that grows in a bramble like that, their flowers have more than one pistil. I'm going to show you a picture right now. Okay, so that is the flower of a blackberry, and this is an aggregate fruit. Aggregate fruit. Blackberries and raspberries are aggregate fruits. They are fruit that come from one flower with many pistils, and that's why you get the fruitlets. That's a little fruit humor for you.
Can I eat one?
Not right now.
Okay.
Okay, and our last one that we're going to talk about today is this big guy right here. This is the pineapple. Now, I'm going to show you a picture of a pineapple fruit, so hang on right here. Okay, so I want you to think about what you saw with the pineapple flower, because the flower of the pineapple plant looks different than all these other ones that you have seen. So this is made up of many different flowers, not one flower with many pistils. This one is many flowers all on the same fruit. And so this is called a composite fruit. A composite fruit happens when many flowers are attached to the same ovary and grow one ovary. So every one of these segments was a flower. These are the flower remnants, these pieces that are on here, the little sharp pieces. Those are the remnants of the flowers, and each of these represents where one blossom was. When we cut this open, the fruit is inside, but all of those flowers participated in growing of this fruit. This is called a composite fruit.
It's really big. I can't imagine how many flowers it had on it.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm gonna move it to the side like this. It's upside down, like this. Composite. This is a composite fruit. It's composite, meaning made up of many things. So composite, many flowers, many flowers. A pineapple is a composite fruit. You can see these are all the sepals, the flower parts that made up those flowers. And other things can be composite too, like a fig. I've never actually seen a fig in person, like I've seen figs, like fig Newtons. I love fig Newtons, but I've not seen a fig plant in person before. But this kind of fruit is called a composite. Let's go back through the 3 new ones we learned today. We learned the simple fruit. Simple fruit comes from a single flower with a single pistil that gets fertilized once and grows one fruit. Simple. Simple. And then we had our blackberry or raspberry that has one flower with many pistils, many fertilizations, and it is an aggregate fruit. And our last one was our pineapple, which is, sorry, the computer's doing something really weird. Made up one fruit, made up from many flowers, each with one pistil. And so those are the different types of fruit that we have to share with you. Simple, aggregate, and composite. Now, I'm thinking of a kind of fruit that's usually thought of as a vegetable, and I am thinking that I know which one of these it is, but I don't know. For your follow-up, I want you to follow up either by sharing this knowledge with your family and telling me about that, I do want you to do that. And I also want you to look up a very special kind of fruit that's also often thought of as a vegetable, corn, like corn on the cob. I want you to look up corn on the cob and see if it is simple, aggregate, or composite, because I'm not sure, but I have a hunch. And I'm wondering if I'm right, and I can't wait for you to tell me. Okay, I hope you learned something new today. I hope that you have a moment like I did today when I was so excited about this single flower with its fruit. So exciting.
I was more excited about the avocado.
But that's a different lesson. So I hope you had that moment today too. It was my aha. excitement. And I look forward to seeing your follow-up. I will see you next time.